we got some AMC technical analysis. So we got some AMC technical analysis to hold you over for the weekend. I know everyone hates the weekends. We want the market to open. We want the things to happen. But we got you covered until then. So let's go ahead and dive in to AMC and GME and check out what's going on with the technical analysis because it's looking very, very, very bullish. A lot of things are lining up, and I truly do believe the MOS is closed. I know everyone always says that stuff. They always say those kind of things, but I truly believe the MOS is close. And if you pay attention, and obviously you guys do, if you're watching AMC videos, you guys know this thing is about to happen or could possibly happen this year, probably this summer or spring. But let's go ahead and get into the charts, check out what's going on, get the video. Let's go. Video for AMC and GME. They are one and the same. They are the same play. They have the same people watching them, the same hedge funds against them. Don't get it twisted. I have news for both of them, and we're going to talk about the technical analysis. We're going to talk about some of the call options, what we're going to see next week, and I'm going to give you guys a price prediction and a range for next week based off the technical analysis we see now. Now, obviously, AMC is not a technical play, but that does not mean that technical analysis doesn't help you find good entry points, buy points, and it helps you find your way through as we get closer and closer to the squeeze. So as we can see on AMC, we have this double bottom action here, forming here. So we have this double bottom, which is extremely, extremely bullish after this long downtrend. So we have this double bottom, and then we also have it consolidating in this bullish channel here. So this channel here is called a bull pennant. It is an extremely, extremely bullish formation and normally leads to a breakout 2 out of the 3 times. So 2 out of 3 times, which is only one percent chance or 30% chance that this will go down this way. So normally this is going to break to the upside, which would also coincide with it breaking out with the falling wedge that we had marked earlier. If you connect this high right here and connect this high right here, you get the falling wedge, will break out, boom, and then we could get a large move to the upside. Also, another thing, if we go past this $21-22 level as an extreme amount of resistance. As you see, I have all these support resistance lines that are currently resistance because we're not above them. If we could get above these, we will skyrocket all the way up to maybe even $25 to $30. That is if we could get above those levels. We have to get above $20 first and then $22 as the main level. What I'm seeing here is most likely we will consolidate in between these levels of, I'll say, $15.50 to $19. And if we do, that would be like the worst case scenario, a little bit of consolidation before we move up. But it's not really a bad thing because you could accumulate shares at the bottom, especially when there's a well-defined trading range. Then you could simply, and I'll have that here posted on the channel for you guys to tell you where the bottom is on the trading range. Like say this was the trading range already, we'd be buying down here, we'd be buying down here, we'd be buying down here until the stock eventually moves up because consolidation normally means that the stock is consolidating to move up. But the fact that we're in this bullish pennant, we're also breaking out of a falling wedge and we have this double bottom action, does seem that we might see some more immediate action depending on what happens with the SPY. Even though AMC doesn't necessarily move with the SPY every time, it does affect it in different ways because it's the overall weight of the market and it's hard sometimes to go against the entire market, even though AMC and GME have done it plenty of times. But what we're really waiting for next week is to see how this bullish pennant plays out and if it breaks out to the upside. Also, there's an Ortex short squeeze announcement for AMC. So we did get that signal, and we also have short interest in uh, a little bit decreasing, which brings us around 20%. But as you can see, we increased 11% before that, so it's still extremely, extremely, extremely high. And there are reports of short interest being as high as 50%. That's unofficial reports, so we're going off through official reports. But obviously, we do know they're synthetics because Adam Aaron himself said we own 90% of the float. How are they getting shares to borrow if we own all of the shares? But this is looking like a great chart ready for a breakout. So if you have been accumulating shares in this time period here, either way, if scenario A plays out where it consolidates and then moves up, you're going to be in profit. Or if we get this breakout and move up and move past the support and get a huge run up because of that. So either way, you'll be in profit. But definitely check the channel. I'll be tracking this day by day, giving you technical analysis and exactly what's going on. If we look at the MACD, we're still in bullish territory, but it looks like it's going slightly into bearish territory. So that's not too good of a sign, but this is on the daily time frame, so we do have some time to run. RSI is very, very low, which means we're getting close to being oversold on the daily time frame, which means a bounce is very, very close and indicative of the coming. If we move down to the lower time frames, we can actually see that we are oversold. And we are definitely due for a bounce, and we're sitting right here on support, and it looks like even in after hours we found that support, and it looks like we'll be bouncing off of that support and moving up. I would say tomorrow or Monday, well, tomorrow is going to be a green day, and for the week, I would put a price prediction between $20 to $22 as an absolute high, and $14 to $15 as an absolute low. Obviously not financial advice. That's just what I'm seeing on the charts and based off how long I've been dealing with AMC and so on and so forth. What I think is going to happen in the morning is we'll get a bounce off of the support. We might dip below it real quick, but then we might rip up again because the morning is very volatile. And I think we will see a green day tomorrow for AMC. When it comes to GME, we also have this amazing bullish pennant forming, which is absolutely great. Very bullish structure. It's on the daily and hourly time frame, which means it has a lot of weight to it. And as you can see, we're breaking out of the same falling wedge that AMC was following. That's why I say these plays are one and the same. They track very, very similar to each other. We're breaking out of this falling wedge into this bullish formation, which will hopefully bring us up to higher levels, up into the $150 range to the $125 range. Obviously, we've already peaked over here at $132, so $150 to $175 would be no problem to reach for GME. Also on the daily chart, you can see the MACD. These charts are basically identical. RSI in the middle, MACD coming down a little bit bullish into the bearish territory on the daily time frame, oversold on the lower time frames and almost on the daily time frame. As you can see, AMC and GME run almost identically. But what we're looking for this week is the breakout of these pennants and see if they're going to break down or up. The thing about pennants is they normally break up, but if they break down hard. If they break down up, they break down hard, and they go high to the upside, but it's also the reverse. But 2 out of 3 times they break to the upside. There's a lot of bullish things going on, and I think this thing's going to break out. So if you've been accumulating shares in between these support zones here that I have mapped out here between $118 and $128, you will be in profit soon, and that's currently what I've been doing, adding to my position as well, same for AMC. So that is what we got going on for that. Let's go ahead and check out the call options, stuff like that, and then wrap up the video. So this is just last week's data. I'll let you go ahead and look through it. 1,200,000 shares in the money to borrow for AMC. Closing cost was 1957, and then for GME we have closing cost at $111.66 with 3,000 calls in the money. And again, Ortex did put out a short squeeze signal. Take that for what you will. For AMC, sometimes they're a hit, sometimes they're a miss, but that's not bad news, so that's always good. Also, transparency is in effect. We had our earnings call, so let's go ahead and see what happens this week. It should be an interesting one video. So this is just last week's data. I'll let you go ahead and look through it. 1,200,000 shares in the money to borrow for AMC. Closing cost was 1957, and then for GME we have closing cost at $111.66 with 3,000 calls in the money. And again, Ortex did put out a short squeeze signal. Take that for what you will. For AMC, sometimes they're a hit, sometimes they're a miss, but that's not bad news, so that's always good. Also, transparency is in effect. We had our earnings call, so let's go ahead and see what happens this week. It should be an interesting one. So I gave you guys my price predictions and everything else. Hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make money. Peace out. So hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead, like and subscribe for more content. As always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make money. Peace out.